but at least they get along. I just labeled that Bouncy instead of Bouncy Castle. Yeah. Can't. Too awake for that. And haven't had breakfast. Cool. So, hi, good morning. I'm not quite awake yet because I just could not sleep last night. I was like, tired and stuff, but I just could not sleep. I had some Coca-Cola so I would stay up long enough that I could, finish the chapter, and then I did, and they start the next one. And it's the last one I have to play catch-up on. And then I can do chapter 38. Dang it. Technically, if you do that just right, you probably could get a hole in one. Well, he's tired of you inviting him to a game that he has no interest in playing. And for a few days there, he was probably tired of you and C3 arguing. Well, that was not fun. I was going to say it another way, and then I'm like, you know what? That's just not the way to say it on stream. Oh no, he's been online. Hold on. Hello? Only gave him 10 seconds to respond. Ooh. Well, there. Now I'm on par. I wasn't gonna just do this one. I wasn't gonna do this one. I was gonna do something else, whatever caught my fancy. And then I was like, I already put this in the description, so. Huh? Yeah, I'm too not awake to. Aw, man. Now I'm 1 over par. Okay. Aw, man. That just would have went in. Well, Sid left to go do something else. Okay. Anyway, somebody's wondering why you're not here. I give up. Well, that's dunk. Yes, there is. He's too closely related to those people in GTA. Okay, so 11. Okay, so I'm no longer talking to anybody that I was talking to just a minute ago. Tell him I'm not doing it. Honey, please tell him I'm not doing it. Oh, you're not done with him. Okay, never mind. Our son used a word that I do not appreciate having on my stream, and I'm not doing it. No, Sid's just fine. Oops. You gotta have enough oomph to do that. Like that. So I'm kind of excited. My husband got me some granola. Or yeah, I think it's granola. That I can eat for breakfast. I just remembered about that. I was gonna have my usual. There we go. Anyway, I was gonna have my usual. I totally forgot about the oats. And then I should be able to have a lunch. You know me. Usually I have carrots and I'll have tortilla and lunch meat. Well, it's usually the tortilla that I shouldn't be having. 'Cause I like flour tortillas better, but I found out that The other ones aren't so bad. They taste undercooked. But, I tried putting it in the microwave yesterday. Did not work. Still tasted undercooked. But they didn't taste too bad. So unless I get really lucky... and get a hole in one and everything, I'm not getting this under par. There's like an Xbox achievement to get everything under par. Yeah, an Xbox achievement. I also told you what hole you're on. Okay, gingerbread, golf ball, and golf tee. So, I got 2 under par. That's awesome. So I did that on purpose. I didn't do the... I mean, I didn't do it entirely the way I wanted to on purpose, but... I need to quit getting stuck in the water. I don't know, there was one that I usually don't get anywhere near par. I don't know, like museum or something. Or haunted house. That was not fun. Anyway, I almost got it under par, but it was like 5 over or something like that. Very upset about that. No. Hold on. Oops. I don't think I quite got that. Ooh, yeah, I did. So I got 13 more than what I wanted. Oops. Hey, I got to hole 2 already. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so I'm 1 over par already. I don't see that as a good sign. So I'm still just 1 over par. Oh no, not this one. Hey, that's pretty awesome. This one I'm pretty sure is going to be over par. So then we'll be 2 over par. Ooh, okay. Two over par. Two over par. Ah! 3 over par. What the heck? Finally. Um... Ah! I touched it. I could have had a hole too. Not quite that far. Gosh. No! That wasn't enough. Well, we're not getting par today. Nope, nope, nope. Well, we're not getting this one unless a miracle happens, so, and that wasn't a miracle. Anyway, we're definitely not getting this one under par today. Unless, like, literal miracle happens, and I get a hole-in-one on every single one of the others. But I don't know how to get a hole-in-one on some of these. So it wouldn't work. Anyway, I was super excited because, we got to go to Dairy Queen yesterday. But, okay, so we can only afford the $7 meal for the two of us. I mean, not one $7 meal, but, you know, one each. Hey, Birdie. That's Miracle. Anyway, we got, you know, one each. And, it's really cool because it comes with a drink, and you can either get the cheeseburger or the chicken strips. I always get the chicken strips because I can't have cheese. Well, I could have cheese, but okay. I could have cheese, but the cheese pills just don't work as good. And I really gotta contact the company and say, this doesn't work. The tablets work really good, but not the pills. I know I was calling them cheese pills before, but that wasn't really the right word. It was cheese tablets. But anyway, it comes with a drink and, like I said, cheeseburger or chicken, fries. It's all small, but, and a dessert, which is basically a little bit bigger than a McDonald's sundae. But, you know, it's the perfect amount for me. And I discovered yesterday, okay, I told, my husband got the chocolate one, of course. So I'm like, I want to, yeah, I took my spoon and I took a very small amount of the chocolate. And after I tasted it, I was like, nope, not getting that one. Too much sugar. But I get the pineapple one, and that one's fine. So apparently, if it's, if it's, I called it God's sugar yesterday. If it's God's sugar, then I'm okay. But if it's, like chocolate or probably caramel, something like that, I'm not gonna be able to have it. One of these days, I think I'm gonna ask them to, if there's any chance that I could have the pineapple, but, have like one little spot on there be the caramel. Hey, that was lucky. just to see if that's too sugary. I don't want to do the whole thing caramel because if it is too sugary, then I wouldn't be able to eat it. Anyway, so we got granola for me, and we got oat milk, which seems to work really good. Notice I did not say goat. I said oat. I didn't know that you could make milk out of oats, but yeah, it seems to be okay. Or at least the small amount we had at Costco was. And when he goes and makes up, his family calls it Mexican casserole. It's cornbread, and then underneath that is taco seasoning and hamburger and usually mushrooms and olives. Sounds like an easy recipe, but I've just never made it. Yeah, that direction never works for me. And my son used a word on my stream that I do not like, so in case you can see the notifications that way, I'm not going there. I know you can see the notification when it says controller batteries are low, so I'm guessing that you can see the other stuff. Yeah. I've asked him repeatedly not to use those kind of words around me, and especially while I'm streaming. He refuses. He thinks it makes him, more of a man or something. I'm like, no. I don't care what my brother taught you. I don't like hearing that language, and well, obviously, we're done. So, we're gonna switch over to Pac-Man, but don't worry, we're not gonna go off stream or anything. We're just gonna switch over to Pac-Man. So I could not sleep last night. I don't know why. I just could not sleep. So I'm like totally out of it. I don't even really want to play this. I don't like playing this on Xbox. It never goes the way it's supposed to. I personally think that they gang up on you way too quick. And you're like magnetically... you're like... Ooh. And it seems like you're magnetic to the ghosts. more try, and then I am giving up for the day. I cannot stream as long as I usually do. What the heck? They were all supposed to be blue. I got dang lucky. And then I got eaten. Hey, I made it to the next level. Yay! I actually am happy that I made it to the next level. It's just, like I said, I could not sleep. And then when I thought I was gonna be able to sleep, that's when, you know, kitty cats came over and wanted petting. See, he cheated. I'm done. Okay. Wow, I got a great score. Not. Oh, maybe my score's 4,000. No, that says. I don't know. Okay. So, assuming you can hear me over that. Here, let's go to a where am I? Why was I over there? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell if you're watching me on YouTube right now. If you're watching me on Twitch, I will never know because I forgot to turn on. Okay, nobody's watching me on Twitch. Well, it says one viewer, but I think I count as that. I'm not sure. This on the right is a castle. Well, it's the castle wall. That's gonna be the castle. Anyway, if you're on Twitch, please, you know, follow and chat. I'm still trying to get the average of 3 chatters. No, wait. That's not what I want. Okay. I think I have what I want over there, but, oh no, I don't. Never mind. We're only doing this so I can do my outro. There we go. That's what I need. Hold on. Okay, now, um, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so anyway, and please go on Amazon and check out my books. I would really appreciate it if people would buy my books. Like I keep saying, if one or the whole set sells 1 million copies, then that's enough money to do exactly what I want to do and still have money to help out others. Maybe go to Disneyland once. Um, you know, all that stuff that I've been talking about wanting to do. Getting good food into the food bank and cancer research and all that. I mean, of course, I would like to have more people. I mean, I would like to have my books be, like a popular series with people. And speaking of that, they come in hardback, soft, paperback, and ebook. So we've got something for everybody, except for those people who would like to have it on audio instead, because um, I haven't figured out, do I have the license already? Do I need the license? I don't know. Because Speechlo is very confusing on that. They said if you buy this one thing, you got the license, and then it's acting like I don't have it. So I might need to give them more money and do that. But then those will definitely be coming out. Of course, I will fix Esperanza's Party because it's got some issues where I just didn't know what voice to use for that character. So I was messing around with it. Does this sound better? Does that sound better? Anyway, and I hope you're having a great day. I hope you got some sleep. Um, know that you are enough. You are important. You do matter. There's nothing you cannot solve or handle, even work in school. And I will see you in the next stream or video. I will, I'm gonna, not finish the whole thing, but, I'm gonna at least build the outside and then, like I'm gonna build the outside of this and it's driving me crazy because I keep getting one more than what I need. Oh, wait a minute. I got an alert on my Twitch. What? Oh, that's just 3 months ago. Oh. On what? I still don't know. Okay. Somebody gifted me a membership, but I don't know for what. Um, that's what we'll do. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to, come up with something so I could see my Twitch stream without my, monitor going and, without my monitor turning black. Anyway, I got an idea the other day, because it's been that long since I've been on my, it's been that long since I've done more than what I need to do for the stream. Okay, so I was trying to get, no wait, I gotta, back that story up even further. Okay, so, I had, turned into an audio chapters 1 through 35, and then it, turned 37 into an audio because it was only one page. So, that's not really that important, but, that's not really that important, but, that's what I had done. And then I looked at it, like, on a certain day, I looked at the audio files in Media Player, and I'm like, wait a minute, 29, no, 28, 29, 30, and 31 were messed up, said that they did not have any audio to them, and it's like, I know for sure that they do. So I went and deleted the whole thing. Well, then I realized that that was a bad thing because I have to do that whole thing over again. Well, I finally got all of that redone, finished yesterday, and then now I'm doing 36, and I will be doing 38 after that, and then I'll only have, let's see here, 38 out of 52. So I won't have that many to go. If this was really that size tree, it would be bigger. I mean, taller. No, actually, since it's a tree, oh, well, I guess we're not doing it there, huh? Okay. So it worked really well when we were inside the tree on my sister's file, and it's not going to look so great over here, but I'm going to try it anyway. That's not what I meant. I'm actually, I actually only have the, there. I'm just totally tired and I'm hungry. haven't had breakfast yet. I will. I promise. And I'm not starving myself or anything like that, just in case anybody's gonna come up with that one. I'm totally not. It's just, I like to do my stream first, get work out of you can't really call it work, but, get the important stuff for the day done, and then eat breakfast, which is kind of stupid, but, okay. Because then I'm like, I'm sitting here feeling like I'm starving, and I'm really not, but yeah, that was the thing yesterday. Since we're dawdling for a little bit, that was the thing yesterday. We got to go to Dairy Queen, and I got it's 3 chicken strips, and a handful of fries, and well, it's more than a handful, a couple of handfuls maybe, of fries, and then you know what? I don't like that. Hold on. Hold on. Phone call. Hello?
Nina, immediate action required. This is the Emergency Relief Fund, and I've got great news for you. Right now, you can claim up to $32,000 in emergency relief to use however you need.
See, I don't need emergency relief. I mean, I do, but I don't need it. It sounds like... Okay, it sounds like there's an emergency relief fund for those people that were in Kentucky that had the big old flood. Which, okay, that's fine. And, they need that stuff. In fact, John Snyder's wife, Dee Dee, she, lived in that neighborhood. Her family is, they'd say Kentucky royalty or something like that. And, or, that area royalty, basically. And, it sounds pretty cool. So, they went over there and they helped out by doing a benefit concert to raise money to get, people's houses back in order and stuff. Because, the flood went and took out a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, Bobby. Okay, you cannot step on my tummy, though, sweetheart. I know, you don't understand about that. I don't understand about that either, but it really hurts. Not, not my stomach hurts. Just, them stepping on my stomach hurts. And we don't understand why. Makes no sense. Hold on. It's funny, she won't do this with my husband, but she goes and does it with me all the time. She likes being petted by Auntie. I know, I keep saying that she's our cat, but we got her from my sister, and she knows me as Auntie. So, anyway, she likes getting petted by Auntie. Actually, okay, so, actually, that should go up. It's funny because most of the time, she was raised around her two doggy sisters. After, I mean, they got Bobby first, but um, after a while, she was raised around her two doggy sisters. So then, like, she wags her tail like a puppy dog sometimes. It's kind of cute. Especially since she's got the reason why she's named Bobby. The reason why she's named Bobby is because she's got, like, a bobbed tail. And I don't know why. It just seems really weird. But apparently through some weird thing, she ended up at the shelter and my sister adopted her. Because, she wanted a kitty cat. She's normally a puppy dog person, but I say puppy dog because we really can't say dog around here. Sam's got kittenhood trauma. Well, he was about 1, but still, he's got trauma about that. He got chased by a really big one. And that was my husband saying really big. So I'm just guessing that this was a pretty big dog. But, yeah. Sam doesn't like most dogs. He likes my mother-in-law's dog a little bit. Brady has never been mean to them at all, so. Wait, how many stars are we using? Okay, at this point we're using 3. Okay. Anyway, so if you haven't figured it out, we're building a a tree house. I'm so tired. I almost said a cat tree. Oh my gosh, I really did. I almost said a cat tree. So yesterday started out weird. Everybody was being nice to each other, and then all of a sudden, just because I went to go get them water, Bobby and Sam were getting mad at each other again. I usually say it a different way, but, we're streaming, so it's not okay to say it that way. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't have the balcony too far over anyway because it's really close to the fireworks. I don't know if you can set your wood on fire with fireworks, but since most houses have a good deal of wood in them, I'm guessing it would be a bad thing. if they use realism. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Anyway, then we're not gonna use this, but I don't know what we are gonna use. We will build more of this when I am more awake. Or like on, let's see here, today's Friday, so like probably on Monday. So tomorrow, since today's Friday, tomorrow will be Wheel of Fortune Day. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Actually, I should probably build the house. I want to build a pink tree house. I don't know. I just decided I want to build a pink tree house. I'm tired. I may take this back. I have no idea. Anyway, my sister was like, we need a tree house. And I'm like, okay, how are we going to do this? And she's like, I don't care how you build it, just as long as it has, it needed to have 2 rooms. One was like a living room, and the other one was one was a living room, and the other one was a bedroom. There you go. One was a living room, one was a bedroom. And so I built it, and then I told her she's doing the interior because I had no idea what she was envisioning, because this is for her books, her story world. And I just didn't know what she wanted for that, so I was like, you build it. So then my niece and my sister got together, and I think my son got in there somehow. And they were all working on it together. And I was just kind of, going around and going, she's got a totally sand world, and it's got the hills, and she just built a regular world, with the hills and all that stuff. Oh, that doesn't exactly work, does it? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, and so we built a school and a church, and we haven't done the middle school yet, but yeah, everything looks pretty good so far. Anyway, I'm starting to get like my body's going, hey, one granola bar is not breakfast. Hello. you know. So so I need to get off of here. But like I said, please check out my books on Amazon. And I'm not when I spell how to get to my books, I am not trying to treat anybody like they're stupid, just so everybody knows. I do that so you get me instead of a host of other people that are um, either have the first name Tina or the last name Rash. Um, I know that's not her name, but like there's a lady Shaniqua or something. It's not. Pretty sure it's not Shaniqua, but um, anyway, her last name is Rash, and she wrote a book too. So I always thought her name looked interesting. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I always thought it looked interesting. I once had a bra with an ISBN number. I don't know. I just kind of assumed that maybe I had a book to go with it, but instead of saying, "Hey, I don't need competition from clothing too," I said, people looking at bras might want to, actually see this in the clothing section. It's not fair to the bra, and it wasn't really fair to me because, how does a bra get an ISBN number? ISBN numbers are for books. It's the way that like they find it in the system so they can ship it to you when you buy them on Amazon. So, anyway, my books are Pirate's Daughter, S. Uh, well, yeah, Esperanza's Party, but that's not the next one. Okay, so it's Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times. That brings in the captain's boyfriend. He doesn't get a higher rank than that. Captain's boyfriend. Well, I mean he does later, but that's pretty much all he gets. Um, and and the first mate, because in all these pirate books or movies, there's always a first mate. Although, think about it, on Pirates of the Caribbean, who's the first mate? They just glossed right over that. Like the first mate's there in case the captain has a problem and can't, like say the captain's got a broken leg or they're sick. You know, the first mate can be there and give out orders and everything just as if they were the captain. I know, you're probably saying, why don't you just, do it this way? And that's why, because it goes the wrong way. And I don't like it. So, anyway, then there's Esperanza's Party, The Island, and those are all part of the Rolling Sea series. Some of them have the words the Rolling Sea on there. Some of them don't. But they are all that series. And then, and when you're looking me up on, when you're looking my books up on Amazon, Tina Rash Books, TINARASHBOOKS. Um, so, anyway, then there's a whole separate series called Adopted, and the first book is Coral, which will have a sequel eventually because I've just got too many great pictures where Coral is being so cute, and I want to honor her memory. But I also need to go over across town and get some pictures of this one apartment that we lived at so I can do Ben's book. I don't know if the office is still in the same spot though. I just don't know. Because it would be nice to ask permission. But it has to be a nice, bright, sunny day. I think we got him in like April or May. Wait a minute. We got him 4 months after January. He was born in January, so we got him when he was 4 months old. So this is the only reason why I'm doing it this way, though, is because I want them all to be up here. Okay, I don't know who's got that engine, but their engine really literally sounds like what happens after most people eat a bowl of beans. It does not sound good. And it's loud and annoying, and I don't know if the police would be able to do something about it, but like they really need to get it Mitasized. It does not sound better that way. Anyway, I mentioned that because somebody just went down our street again, like every day for a week. Oh, he must be doing Funny Valentine. So, so I have a whole bunch of music videos on here, where somebody's singing. Some of them are from America's Got Talent, some of them are from The Voice, and some of them are from, like original music videos that somebody liked enough to post, And I don't think I could put them in the music folder and them stay, so they're stuck in my watch later list. Because, there's songs that make me happy, and I would like having them around. But, Puddle's Pity Party, he's saying, okay, I don't know who sings it, unfortunately. Um, uh, you know, Swinging from the Chandelier. Um, anyway, he sang that, and then I've got another video where he sings My Funny Valentine. And I've got Bo Dermont singing Defying Gravity, and and Ava Max singing I'll think of it, Kings and Queens, and then yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. Manic Monday by the Bangles. I think I've got Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down. Yeah. Rick Astley? Asterly? I'm not sure. I just know that if he's watching this video at any point in time, I did not mean to get your name wrong. I just can't remember it right now. I am tired. Because, like, normally I would look it up. But I've also got a bunch of videos where I'm building stuff in Minecraft um, or the movies and TV shows that YouTube has on there. Right now, a movie called High Spirits is on there, and I like that one. It's got Steve Guttenberg, and I think it's Daryl Hannah, and the actress who plays the wife on um, Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Um, what else do we got on there? Oh, there's Jurassic Park. There's Adam's Family Values. Point Break with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. Sorry, Patrick, I totally forgot your name for a minute there. Oh, and the actress who plays Kit on um, A League of Their Own. You know, the little sister. I was gonna say Kit Toluca, but that's a whole nother movie. But yeah, she plays Kit, and oh, A League of Their Own also has Rosie O'Donnell and Madonna and Gina Davis. Just saying. But what else is on there? Oh, a cute story called a cute movie called Mac and Me. Aliens came to um aliens came to Earth on vacation, and they get discovered by a boy in a wheelchair, which I thought was really cool because usually Hollywood goes and tries to say, oh, people in wheelchairs don't exist, which I don't like. There's people in wheelchairs. There's people on those electric carts. The little um, scooters that people can take in the store. Because they can't walk around too much. There's all kinds of um people that do have disabilities, but mostly. Oh wait, that'd be a pink door because it's pink walls, like that one. I don't know, maybe that's too much pink. Uh, that just looks out of place. I think it's too much pink, but the brown looks out of place, so maybe we'll have to get a yellow door. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So anyway, as soon as I get all this floor up, we'll end the stream. So I've been on for an hour and 14. That's not too bad. Usually I do a longer stream because I'm priding myself on being on for at least from 8 to 11, sometimes 8 to noon if it's Minecraft or Disneyland Adventures or Dreamlight Valley, but usually if it's everything else, or sometimes very, 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 not often, GTA will go over. if I'm playing with the guys. Yeah, unfortunately, except for my sister and my niece, I mostly have guy friends on here. And that's because they're, it's like my husband and our friend Sid, Sid Aran, or our son, his friend Roger. Um, there's other people. Oh, C3. I don't think. Okay, so he glossed it over, but I don't think he's as innocent as he claims, but I'm not going into details. Anyway. Anyway. Um. What else can we talk about while I get this done? Because I want to talk about something more pleasant. um. Okay, so tomorrow is Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy. I always put the title of the last puzzle. I mean, the last puzzle in Wheel of Fortune connect put together with the last puzzle in Jeopardy, and that's how we get the title. So, like one time I think it was Chocolate PlayStation. It was just kind of funny. So I'm like, well, let's do this. Sometimes we get, people's names in there, like, it was something Hugh Jackman, or Hugh Jackman something. I don't remember what the other half was, but I know Hugh Jackman was in there. And then, the other day, the other week, it was, I don't know, it was somebody I hadn't heard of, but we'll say it was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, was in there. It was so weird. Or maybe I had heard of them, but I don't think I had. Um but anyway, we get some neat tiles out of it, and I just gotta, actually remember it when we get to change the title to what it really is. Because, I start out putting WOF, Wheel of Fortune, and I follow that WOF with a J for Jeopardy. Or I'll put, I don't know yet. Yeah, it depends on what, so. Did you ever get your new shoelaces?
No, I haven't yet. That today, since there's a paycheck in the bank.
So, are we going grocery shopping when you get home? Okay.
Minor grocery and paper goods.
Well, we got to do the paper goods first because groceries at Walmart. Okay, so yeah, because we did our Costco run yesterday, but we forgot a few things because we were not even thinking about paper plates yesterday. It feels hot in here. It's like not hot in here because, it's like only 44 outside, 47 outside. So it can't really be that hot, but it is. I don't know. Anyway, so we bought, my husband was like in a generous mood yesterday. I said that we needed. Okay, so we've discovered that the flour tortillas are something that's upsetting my stomach. So it's like, okay, fine, we just won't use them. My husband can eat them. I just won't have them. Because they're flour tortillas. So I tried the, oh man, that means I don't want cheese today. Grr. Anyway, um, so it's flour tortillas, and, I can't eat those, so I used a couple of they're really tiny, but I used a couple of the corn tortillas, and that worked out pretty good. My stomach was still a little off, so maybe there's more to it than what we're seeing, but it's weird. It kind of feels like somebody um made a force field, not a force field, a barricade in my stomach, but on all four sides. And I don't know if your stomach has four sides, but you know, like all around the um inside lining of my stomach, it just seems like there's a barricade, and I have no idea what that is about. But if I can prevent it, then yay! So I tried the corn tortillas. Well, that helped a lot. Like, instead of going through the whole day, uncomfortable, it was just a little bit uncomfortable. So, yeah. But anyway, we got some crackers that I should be able to eat. It says gluten-free right on it, so I should be able to eat it. And then there's cookies. These are at Costco right now, or at least our Costco. I don't know about anybody else's Costco. But yeah, our Costco has gluten-free cookies. I don't know how you do gluten-free cookies, but if I can learn a recipe for gluten-free cookies, that would be awesome. Although then I'd have to figure out something to put in them, because I really don't think pineapple cookies is going to work. I don't know. Maybe I could, invent a new thing. Pineapple cookies. Sounds kind of good. Excuse me. It would be pineapple gluten-free cookies. And it would be kind of funny, take them to Thanksgiving this year, assuming I can go. Take them to Thanksgiving this year, and uh, everybody eats them and they go, "Oh, these are so good," and then explain to them that they're gluten free. I think that would be so cool. I don't know if uh my mom that's still alive, her sister is apparently highly allergic to wheat. I don't understand how she could, you know, be allergic to wheat, because, like, when you're a kid, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are a major thing. And of course, bread usually has gluten in it, which is usually the reason why people are allergic to wheat. So, or at least so I've been told. Um, anyway, so If I am wrong, please let me know. Anyway, so, like, I'm wondering how, and has she always been like this? Or is this a recent development since she got older? Or, I've been thinking about it. Anyway, so while we're finishing this up, um, so I'm working on chapter 36. I thought I'd gotten part of it done already, but I guess I'd like read some of it or something. Um, because it's supposed to be chapter 36, and it's the chapter where she's, uh, yeah, I thought I did. Wait a minute. I gotta check that out real quick. No! Stop it. It says it's chapter 36. Oh, that's so weird. Maybe I read it. I don't know. Because, cause the problem is, I mean, the thing that's happening, and I could have sworn I did that part, but apparently not. Um, oh, maybe I did part of it and I didn't do the whole thing. Although I remember, oh, that part's later. So, the next chapter. So, Sean gets a secret visitor, and, um, I'm trying not to say too much because I want you to read the book. But then on the other hand, I'm trying to give you enough teaser to want to read the book. And it's not working because, like, I don't know what to reveal and what not to reveal. Um, you know, most people will know that I've said several times, they're on a pirate ship and Sean and Jesse get bored, so they go and put on a knife juggling show to impress their soon-to-be girlfriends. Well, they hope soon-to-be girlfriends. Um, I feel like I am doing this on a computer. Okay, so I've noticed that people on computer, they go and place everything individually. They have the thud, 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 thud noise and all that. And it's just really annoying. And they're saying, like, I have to press the Y key to do this and the X key to do that, and, whatever. And I'm like, get a controller. So much easier. So much easier. But if you're used to using all those buttons, then, it might be so much easier to do it the way that you're already doing it on a computer. But I don't think I could do that. It'd be like, okay, I'm coming back to this game after a week because I've been so busy. And, what do I do? I'm actually really happy because uh, my goal was to get all of those chapters that got messed up done again. Those are done. And I'm working on chapter 36. I skipped over 36 so I could finish 37 because 37 was only one page. I'm like, okay, I can't wait. I have to do it now. So I got that done. And like I said, I swear I checked this out before and I mean, I did some of this before, and it's just not on there. So I'm really confused, but we'll figure it out. No problems. Anyway, but I feel like I'm doing this like, computer person, one brick at a time. I don't know. I don't think I would be making, like big worlds like the Death Star and all that stuff if I was having to build on a computer. I just don't think I could do it. I mean, this is driving me crazy. But yeah, okay, so we got me gluten-free crackers and gluten-free and um I'm gonna try a packet of tuna. Although with tuna we have to get sweet pickles. I like my tuna with sweet pickles. I'm sorry if that grosses anybody out, but that's how I like it. Um, they got to be cut up in the tuna. It tastes so good. I think tuna is one thing that bacon would not help. Speaking of bacon, though, I've got this other recipe. Um, you make chicken rice-a-roni, and while it's simmering, you add a can of sliced olives, a can of baby corn, and mixed vegetables. Um, your mixed vegetables can vary probably. It might taste even better to somebody if it has the bell peppers in it, but I will not get bell peppers or lima beans. But anyway, some kind of mixed vegetables, about a 10 to 12 ounce bag. So, probably at Walmart. Although, mixed vegetables from more expensive places work too. It's not choosy. Um, anyway, you put that all in there, and while before you even start that, preheat your oven so you can get the um, chicken nuggets in there. Usually it's chicken nuggets, but right now we've got chicken strips. And those were actually even better. Those were so yummy. Um, I have to have my husband get them back out. Or I got them out and anyway, I have to have him cut it up. But other than that, so easy a recipe. As soon as the chicken's done, you put it in the rice with everything else. You mix it up, and and I forgot an ingredient. You add bacon. The little soft bacon bits that you can get at Walmart. I don't know if you can get it at other places. So, not an advertisement for Walmart because we all know I don't like them, um, but that is where we get our bacon bits. You could also get bacon bits at Costco, but that's a really big bag. So, like, unless you use bacon in everything, I don't recommend getting that. And I wouldn't know how much to put in it. My husband actually got the low sodium bacon the last time, and it didn't have quite as much flavor, but it was good, and it made the recipe taste even better. He still thinks it needs a sauce or something like that, and I don't. I think it tastes nice and healthy just the way it is, except for, that rice-a-roni actually has a lot of salt in it. But then, like, if you have the low sodium stuff, it doesn't taste the same, so. Um, so, so it's kind of annoying. Anyway, I was pretty happy yesterday. I got most of my chapters done. I had 2 cups of Coca-Cola yesterday. I gotta tell you that. That's important because the idea was to stay up long enough to get all of the chapters I needed to do done and then be able to do 38. Well, that didn't work. Like the idea was to do 38 today and then, but that didn't work. So, anyway, I've got like 14 chapters to go and then I'll be doing the next book. The next book is very interesting. Because, spoiler alert, Sean and Ashley start dating. But then Sean gets scared of somebody and decides not to date her anymore, and she gets angry. I mean, very angry. Because remember, I try not to use big words on my channel because, what if somebody doesn't understand something I'm saying? I don't like that idea at all. So I try to be as clear as I can for all audiences, not just some of them. It just kind of crazes me when other YouTubers, and I'm not going to give any names, but when other YouTubers use big words, and it's like, I don't understand that. What does that mean? And then I have to ask HG, and HG may give me the correct answer, and they may give me a load of junk, Or they may say, I don't understand that. My HG is famous for telling me I didn't understand that. So, yeah. I get very mad at her, and then I say her because it's a female voice. But I get very mad at her and want to throw her across the room, but I don't because she is that valuable to me. Or like, I think it was yesterday, I was looking up a specific spot. Oh, yeah, I was looking at Merced, California, because the people in the video said Mercer, California, and I'm like, is there a Mercer, California? And she's like, I don't know. But when I said Merced, California, she like said, here's a picture of Merced, California, and blah, 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 blah. Like, usually she gives me way too much information. But I was looking it up because one of my favorite YouTubers, they've got 3 cats, but they had to leave them home for a really good reason. I'll leave it private, though. But they had to leave them home with the kitty sitter. And somebody said Mercer, California, and I'm like, I don't think there is a Mercer, California. I'm like, I think you meant Merced. Of course, at the time I said that, I couldn't remember if Merced was in California. I knew it was a town, I just couldn't remember if it was in California. So, anyway, so you've gotten almost a 2-hour stream out of, I didn't want to, I wanted to stream, but I was too tired. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm almost done, and we will finish this house on Monday or off stream. I'm not sure which. If I finish it off stream, then you will see it when it. How wide is this thing? You'll see it, during the next stream, and if I don't finish it until Monday, then, we'll do it then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wow. So it's bigger than I usually make it. It's 19 this way, not counting those uprights. So that's 21. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, okay, so it's 21 by 21. It doesn't look like a square. Well, I guess when you're up here, it does. So it's 21 by 21. Anyway, so, that's the tree. That's the way to get up there. And I might go and fix this to where it's not so sticking out. But, yeah, not doing it right now. I need to finish that chapter. I've got a rule. I have to finish the chapter. I have to finish the chapter before I can do any Xboxing, playing, whatever. That's just the thing. It's the rule. So, yeah. Okay, so now that we've gotten this all together, oh, that is Wayne Enterprises. Now that we've gotten that all together, I know I said it already, but I really do hope that you're having a great day. Know that you are enough. You are important. You do matter. There's nothing you cannot solve or handle, even work in school. And I'm always ready to chat. I don't appreciate the best viewers over here, people, but the ones that actually want to talk, the ones that, might be willing to ask me what the heck I'm building, um, you know, how far are you on this goal for the day on Dreamlight Valley? Um, have you done Space Mountain on Disneyland Adventures? Stuff like that. Um, you know, even if you just want to ask me about my kitty cats, or oh, this is kind of a stupid thing to do, but I'm thinking if it rains while we're gone, then we might have a problem. Oh, you know what? No, that's a bad thing. It'll make sense in a minute. Um, if you want to talk to me about Disneyland, I don't know much about it lately, except for what I see on people's videos, um, but I did go almost 25 years ago. Oh my gosh, I didn't even have kids then. I didn't have an idea of, who I was gonna marry and make kids with. And spoiler alert on that one. We made the kids first and then got married, but well, like we knew we were gonna get together, but it was like, no hurry on actually getting married. 'Cause like, you know, I I I think it was I didn't want to belong to somebody, and I made Chantel in my books like that. Like I didn't want to belong to somebody, and I don't think he was ready yet. I think I have a tree in here somewhere, but I don't know. I'll pick one out anyway, and then it'll make more sense. And then sometime in here, I'll have to bone meal it. Oops. I think I've got this already, but just made more sense to do it this way. No, this one. Okay, normally I don't do this, but it's supposed to be a tree. A tree house. So, every other one, and hopefully they'll grow. Actually, on my sister's, I did everyone. Yeah, actually, that looked a lot better. Everyone. I didn't do everyone on the inside, though. I did, like, every other one or every three, something like that. Just so it looks like it's a forest on your treehouse. So easy. Okay, so now... Okay, so if that was real dirt, then we would be having a problem, but yeah. So next time we will put grass and we'll put all sorts of neat things. We gotta get the bone meal real quick. And then I promise I'll end the stream so I can go have breakfast, and hopefully you've already had breakfast, but if you haven't, then I suggest you have breakfast. Oh, and I don't know, I feel like a bossy the cow, but yesterday um I was telling somebody that they should call their family, and I seriously hope uh I seriously hope that he does it, because I had the problem of I had to go to work that day, and then like 2 or 3 days later, mom wasn't here anymore. And like if I would have known how bad it was, I would have chosen mom over, even if I got points for taking the day off, I would have chosen mom over going to work. I'm sorry. I'm not usually like that, but if I would have known then what I know now, I would not have gone to work. I would have sat there, I would have listened, I might talk to them, probably would have organized with my sister that we go down a lot sooner. Um, yeah. I mean, because we didn't even get to say goodbye. And I really don't like that. So when my grandpa got sick, my husband made sure we got to go. And it kind of sucked because he had like just gotten the job, so it was like, it was like, is he gonna be able to take time off? Is he gonna be able to take time off? Are we gonna be able to afford this? And we really couldn't afford it, but we did it anyway, and I appreciated it. I really did. We got to talk to Grandpa. I didn't talk to Grandpa as much as I thought I was going to because he was a lot out of it. Oh my goodness. Um, he had some kind of, um, you know, pneumonia or something like that. Anyway, so he was like really out of it, and he was just, him and my husband were talking, and I just appreciated being there. I didn't know what to say, so I just, stayed quiet, but appreciated being there. And it was awesome. So, yeah, I keep saying I'm going to end the stream so I can go have breakfast, and then I come up with another thing to do. So, this isn't perfect, as you can see, but it is pretty cool. And since I'm using the tree that is down there, then it doesn't look so weird. Um, yeah, and I gotta open that door. So we have really cool screen doors. All metal, cats can't get out. Bobby's tried and she has not found a escape yet, so I'm really happy about that. Um, but she's able to see out, and so are the other two. The other two like to look out on the grass side because there's all kinds of uh, wildlife that comes to our house. We got a condo, so there's like a community grass area. Uh, I like to say behind our house. I don't know which one's supposed to be the front door, but the grass side door has the mailbox, so I guess that's technically the front door, but we call the street side one our front door. But anyway, the boys like to look out the grass side door because there's like deer and peacocks and there's doggies out there too though. There has been kitty cats, but I don't know if they moved out or what. Well, I don't think the one family moved out, although I haven't seen that white dog in a long time. So either the white dog was that age that he had to go live with the doggy doctor, or they moved, or we're just, or I'm just not out at the same time they are, something like that. I hope that's it, because I haven't seen that dog in a long time. At least a couple of weeks, and we used to see him like every day. Okay, so some of these trees will grow up by themselves. There we go. Some of these trees will grow up by themselves, or at least that's what happened to my sister's file. See, it looks pretty cool. It's gonna have walls and all that. Okay, so we've done the outro. We've done the please buy my books. And we've done the please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, follow, and chat. We just need to get me to actually turn off the stream. See, I found out that for me to grow trees, they have to be in the right spot. I mean, the correct spot. You know, like, the bone meal has to be, uh, in the exact right spot for it to, yeah, like that. And I don't always find that spot. Anyway, I figured that this was kind of a boring route. You could only see the fireworks. And, want some other stuff here. On Monday, we will be building more of that set of 80 builds, or we'll be showing them off. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna, well, maybe I didn't say it, but I don't know if we're actually gonna be building in between now and Monday, today being Friday. But we'll figure it out. And I'm hoping everybody will enjoy it when they do get to see it. Okay, so if I dawdle for about 2.5 minutes, then it'll be an even 2-hour stream. Well, that's not working, is it? See, I don't get it. Why does that one grow and the other one doesn't? Doesn't make any sense. So, my son's inviting me to a party, but I'm not staying on. So, I'm gonna end up turning off the Xbox. So, I will actually eat breakfast. And, okay, so now I'm dawdling for about a minute and a half. Dawdling just means, it basically means staying on longer than you intended in this case. Or, like, if you're walking somewhere and you really don't want to go, you might, walk slower to get there. Or, like, maybe you're at your boyfriend or girlfriend's house and you don't want to leave, so you just stay there. You find little excuses to keep talking. I'm sure I've done that. So, anyway. Oh, there's another good recipe too. Okay, so you take the crescent rolls. They can be Pillsbury or they could be that does not look right. They could be Pillsbury. They could be Great Value. It doesn't matter. It could be Kroger if Kroger does crescent rolls. Anyway, you lay out the triangles of crescent rolls and you wrap hot dogs in them, and then you make up the crescent rolls like you normally would. And it's a nice little recipe called Pigs in a Blanket. Or at my husband's house, it was called hot dogs and crescent rolls. It's basically pigs in a blanket. Um, anyway, it's a nice recipe. Another good one that I like, if you can have cheese, is... Wow, you can't even see the house. Oh, because that wasn't the right building. Okay. Anyway, another good recipe is you make up spam and you make up mac cheese. I suggest a bacon spam. Uh, anyway, you make up the mac cheese, you make up the spam, and you cook them together. You put them together after they're done. Uh, what you do is you take the spam and cut it up. Make cook it up, and then you cut it into cubes. For now, we're going to do it this way because I don't exactly know how I want to do this inside the tree. Inside the tree house. I don't know how I want to do this. So I'm just going to put this here, and then as soon as we figure out, because maybe we can have rooms that are 4x4 or 5x5. I don't know. Saying 5x5 reminds me of one of the seasons, a few of the seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think it's 3, 4. Well, 3 and 4 at the very least, I think. Might be 3, 4, and 5. Anyway, there was a character named Faith. And I still need to go back and watch some of those now that I think about it. Anyway, there was a character named Faith, and she kept saying she was 5x5. What does that mean? I know that back when there weren't any cell phones, or at least, that there was car phones, but I don't think there was any kind of public, the public couldn't get their hands on them cell phones. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think they had them. Or if they did, they were the size of a regular telephone. Because I remember Zach Morris had, what he called the cell phone, and on Saved by the Bell. But it was definitely not a normal thing. That was back when, I don't think pagers had even been invented yet. But anyway, there was a thing called a CB radio. And if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, please watch the movie Smokey and the Bandit. It totally explains. But there was a thing called a CB radio. And I think one of the things was 5150 meant that you were crazy, or maybe it was 5051. Maybe it was 50. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it was. Meant that somebody was crazy. But I don't get 5x5 entirely. She was basically saying, I'm fine, I'm okay. But other than that, I don't understand. Okay, so we're gonna collect these. Wait, I can't collect that there. Okay, what was I looking for? Oh, right there. And one more thing. Oh, I was about to say one more thing, Jackie, but that's just a reference to the Jackie Chan cartoon show. So back when we were kids, it wasn't anime or, the word animated, like Scooby Doo, Flintstones, Smurfs, all that fun stuff. That was a cartoon. Okay, so I'm going to put myself in the treehouse, because if it rains, it's going to look really not okay. You know what? I think we're going to put the green out here a little more. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Putting the green out there a little more. So, uh, putting the green out there a little more so it looks more like a tree. Because right now it looks like a sick tree. Sorry, I was yawning. Um, right now it kind of looks like a sick tree. It's not a happy tree. I'm not sure, but. So, I will see you in the next stream or video.